Why do you think students cheat?
Because they don't know the answer.
So why do students cheat in high school? 4 students from Notre Dame set out to answer this question.
They want to be successful. Nobody likes failure, so if a student comes in feeling unprepared, they're going to be more inclined to take advantage of opportunities to be successful like they're used to.
They're more worried about their grades than they are worried about their true education. They see school as high school as a way to get into college, and the only thing that matters is having high grades so that it looks good on their transcripts and they have a better shot at getting into a good college.
What do you consider cheating?
Looking at another person's test.
Any way that someone is getting information that they would not normally have off the top of their head. So anything like a paper or using their phone or another person to get information to use that they don't already know.
My opinion also is that there is an element to some students, maybe a lot of students, which is they feel a little bit more accomplished if they can pull one over on them. You know, if you can beat the system, that is more powerful than doing what they told you to do and then doing it. It's kind of like when it becomes a battle of wills, which is a very typical adolescent thing. You know, whether it's parents or teachers or you rebel against your religion or whatever. But it's the same thing. It's you think about it. You know, if you can beat the system and they give you that award, that report card, or that test with an A on it, and you know you didn't do it, it's like, I beat the system.
Can you recite the Notre Dame Honor Code?
No.
Michael Vasali, maybe it's hereby or something. Solemnly swear to never cheat on, I don't know. I just signed it. I just wrote it.
Recite the honor code.
Oh, recite?
Do you know the honor code?
No, I don't. I don't pay attention to it. I usually just sign it and hand it in every year.
Not memorize the honor code, so please don't ask me that question. I will look like a fool, okay?
No. You know why? Because I don't have to take the honor code. You do.
I think what's primarily important in enforcing the honor code is to make sure that the students are reminded of it every time they have an assessment or every time they have a paper or project due, to remind them that they have signed a pledge saying that they will turn in their own work and that they need to make sure that the work that they're doing is not taken from the internet, it's not taken from another student, that it came from their own research and their own brains.
How do I enforce the honor code? It's a zero tolerance policy.
I mean, I don't think there's really a good reason to cheat. I think if you're like, don't cheat.
If they're had a very busy week and they haven't had time to study, or another class just gives a huge amount of homework, if you're just plain not prepared, I'd say is the main reason if you would cheat. Because if you're not prepared and you don't know any of the answers, you don't really have anything to lose, I guess. Action.
My favorite cheating story. A group of seniors, my first year here, they gave me seniors there, and it was like second semester seniors. And vocab quiz happened. Kids leave. I'm just cleaning up the room and straightening up the desk and whatnot, and I see on the floor a pencil. And it looks like there's writing on it. And I look, and on the pencil, not all 20 words of the vocab list, but about 8 of them, had carved 8 of the vocab words with a one-word like synonym definition thing. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, and it was done pretty well. Like, you know, it took considerable amount of time. The punchline of it is, in the time it took for this kid to carve those 8 words, he could have memorized 50 words. You know, my students, they work so hard at not working. I mean, this guy put considerable amount of time into not working. I do enjoy catching cheaters sometimes. I caught a kid cheating one time totally by accident, and I pulled it off like I was a genius. It was the same year, okay, first year here, and there was this kid here, good guy, whatever, and his style was he always took his shirt and rolled it up. He always had, you know, it was always rolled up. That was his gig. That was his thing. That's how he wore his shirt all the time. He's taking a vocab quiz, and his sleeves are down and not buttoned here. And I just went right up and I went, pretending that I was going to catch him cheating. Like I was like, you know, I was joking around. I was like, yeah, I'm always looking for cheat sheets. And I said, like right here. And I took his sleeve and pulled it up, and he had a cheat sheet taped right to his arm. Did not expect it. Everybody, and he went, and he was like, it was funny. He was, like I said, he's a good guy. So he like took it. He was like, you got me. And he was like, how? I mean, it was like a super villain caught, you know. He was like, how did you do it? And I had to play it off. I didn't want to tell him right there and then that it was just, I was just fooling around. I was just joking with him. But I all of a sudden became Sherlock Holmes. In fact, I think I even spoke in an English accent. I said, your style of wardrobe is usually one, and I just kind of went on this whole thing. I said, and seeing that, it made me think something is at odd here. So I had to make sure, so, and I started going off. I was like, and I looked away and I looked back, and your shirt was a little ruffled. And I was like, what could have caused that ruffle during a vocab quiz? Only one thing, moving the sleeve, you know.
Consider cheating.
The rule of thirds?